He's like, Dad is in the clouds. Dad is in the clouds. Holy cow, today's the day. Dad is in the clouds.
I took so many pictures. That was me after I landed, fulfilling one of my bucket list dream flights, to fly above the clouds. Living in Wisconsin, we don't really have the opportunity to fly above the clouds. It's actually quite rare that we have the chance to do that. Well, everything is flat. There's not really that much moisture, and when there is, it's raining. So whenever I saw that there was clouds in the sky, man, I had to chase them. One of the biggest challenges of this flight was being in the middle of the Adirondacks. Yes, it was so incredibly beautiful, but the challenging part was there was no place to land. You either landed in a tree or you landed in a pond, maybe a road, but there, every road that I passed had these power lines over them, maybe every 15, 20 feet as it connected to the houses. There was no place to land. So as I got closer and closer to these clouds, I noticed these fields down below, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna just try and stick next to these fields. While I could see clouds for like miles and miles around in every direction, I stuck as close as I could to those fields to make sure that I had an out in case something had gone wrong. One of the things I find with paramotoring is that there's always this temptation to do something that pushes you just a little bit beyond the limit, just a little bit beyond what you think you should do. Maybe it's a sweet wing over that goes just a little bit further each time, or in my case today, it was flying in clouds in the Adirondack Mountains full of trees and get farther and farther away from these fields down below. So in a real sense, paramotoring actually takes a lot of self-control. I always tell my kids this: it's okay to do dangerous things as long as you do dangerous things safely, if that makes sense. In other words, you can go and you can do that crazy thing that might be a little bit dangerous as long as you do it in a manner that it was meant to be done. For example, paramotoring in and of itself is quite crazy if you think about it. You're flying in the air from a bed sheet with a butt fan hooked to you, and you're just hanging out there. Yes, it's inherently dangerous, but if you do it right and you follow the rules, it can actually be pretty safe. So it's okay to do dangerous things as long as you do it safely. So as I'm flying through these clouds, I'm taking selfies from every different angle, and I am just loving it. I know the audio didn't quite work for this video, but I'm up there and I'm literally hooping and hollering because this is a dream come true. I stayed close to those fields at a couple times. It made me a little bit nervous because I was getting a little bit too far over the fields or over the clouds, and I felt those fields were getting farther and farther and farther away, and I could just see little holes. So I turned around and started coming back towards the safety of those fields. But man, the temptation was real to keep just chasing after those because this was so cool. Again, like I said earlier, we don't get a chance to fly over clouds in Wisconsin, so I had to go for this. And man, every single second that I was up there was worth it. I had my son following me on the drone, and he got some pretty sweet footage that I'll include in this flight. And oh man, this is a flight that I will never ever forget. If you ever get the opportunity to fly above the clouds, take it. Remember, you can do dangerous things as long as you do it safely. So if you're out there and you get a chance to fly above the clouds, take advantage of it. Do it. This is the most incredible thing that you'll ever be able to do. To see those mountains just pop up through those clouds, it was like you're on a whole different planet. After I got done playing in the clouds, it was finally time to come back home, and I just soaked in the views of this amazing place. I mean, how often are you going to get to fly in a place like this? Perfect landing. That was my adventure through the clouds. Hey, thanks for sharing this moment with me, and I will see you guys on the next video.